Hi everyone. Now let's talk about open source tools in Python. Now Python programming it's an open source programming language and free software. So that means without license we can able to install and we can able to work on it. At the same time, many tools are available, like that means open source tools for Python programming language. To start programming in Python, that we need to understand about few open source tools to write the program. So different projects can be used in different tools. That means there is no mandatory thing that we need to use specific tool for our project. It depends upon the projects, or you can say client requirements. So anyway, we can write Python programming only. So that means we don't need to worry about open source tools. So Python program can be written once and then run on almost any computer without needing to change the program. That means you can able to create once, then you can run multiple times in any operating system. So mostly common tools are used for Python programming language in all the projects. So nearly any kind of programming task can be developed under Python only in nowadays in all the projects. So Python is programming language that is freely available and that makes solving complex problems. So now Python existed to solve complex problems for the client requirements. So we can see some open source tools. So there are many outside in the market, but based on the project experience, as per the market, that we are using some tools extensively in all the projects. Let's understand about Pycharm. So Pycharm is also one of the best tool to work on Python in all the projects. And Jupyter Notebook, and then Spider, then Anaconda, then Autumn, then Text Editor IDE. So there are so many tools like VS Code, Vim, Puchata, Git. Okay. So Sublime, Text Editor. So there are many tools, but we will be using few tools where we are extensively in the projects. So let's discuss about Pycharm. Pycharm is extremely popular Python IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So these features are we can able to write, edit and compile each and every time. And also along with Python, we can use many other programming languages to write on Python. So it is applicable for Python programming language. And when we talk about Jupyter Notebook, this is like a notebook which can feel more enthusiasm or interest to work and to learn. So we can use Jupyter in real time as well as in learning phase also. But I recommend when you are starting as a new programming professional, then you start with Jupyter Notebook, which feel more comfortable for you. So then we will have Spider. Spider IDE, it is also integrated development environment that is written in Python. So we will be using for scientific programming, especially for machine learning and those things. And it is released under MIT license, Massachusetts Institute Technology license version. So it's released. Spider is good for scripting and other automation stuff. Then we can use Spider here. It is also open source. It works Windows, Linux, and Mac, etc. And we'll have Anaconda and IPython. It is really useful. It's not like IDE text editor. It is like an Anaconda environment with a lot of essential packages for machine learning and data science. The people who want to learn data science and machine learning, then you can start with Anaconda because it is very helpful. It is very comfortable actually. So that means if you have huge data sets, large amount of data, if you have, better you can go for Anaconda and IPython here. And then we have Autumn Text Editor. It is also beautifully written code editor for Python programming languages. So it is easy to use interface. The interface is very flexible here, and it is also cluster free environment code flexible tool. So that means without any distractions, you can able to work in Autumn. And we will have IDE text editor. This test IDE, as we know, integrated development environment. It's a coding tool which allows you to write test and then debug your code in easier way. How we have writing some information like a notepad, then we can write Python programming like this in text editor. So Python tools are open source tools. It will be easy to capture the information within the less span of time. So no need to worry about the tools, that we need to write Python ultimately. So in any all the tools. So we need to be strong in concepts to write the program. Okay. So don't confuse that what to learn these tools. So any tool you can able to work on. So no problem, but we need to understand Python programming concepts in deep level. Okay. So this is all about open source tools. Thank you very much. In the next class, we will see another new concept. Okay. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.